Hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Monday, Motivational Monday. So I hope you're ready to get pumped up for your week. Let me say hello to Angie, who is first, but is apparently having trouble with Google because she's signed in and out 3 times. Monday. There's YouTube. And Linda, hello. So Linda and Wing Doggy. Angie, I hope you're able to get back in. Howing Doggy, let me say hello to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Jesus and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Fairies Lover and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and St. Clinton and Sam and Philip Chandler and Wing Doggy and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOV and Joe Barney, Cosmic Joe, and Terry Sue. Thank you for checking in. Hello. It's Monday. I had a great weekend. I had a really nice weekend with Sweetie. We had so much fun. And we just had a nice time together. And we saw a movie. We saw a very good movie. It's called 45 Years. It's a small independent film starring Charlotte Rampling about a couple who are just about to celebrate their 45th wedding anniversary. And there's a little bit of drama. It was very nice. Small independent film, very well acted. Very kind of soft. You read about it on Crime Watch. About the film? Hi, Tesis. It was nice. And Charlotte Rampling is like 77. She looks fantastic. She's a very pretty lady. I mean, she's 77. She has some wrinkles, but she's a beautiful lady with a great figure. And a great actress. It's really fun to watch. We had a delicious lunch, and then we went home. We watched a movie, and then we went home and made a healthy dinner, and we watched some of our favorite English TV show series called George Gently. And in the morning, we went and had a delicious breakfast. So I had a very nice weekend. I hope all of you did too. And I posted a whole bunch of pictures from Sunday and from the gift suite. So I hope you like them. I posted them on Facebook. I think I only put one on, I'll have to post more on Twitter. I think I only posted one on Twitter. But I posted the casual outfit and the dressy outfit. Hello. So how was everybody else's weekend? Are you ready? Are you pumped up for the week? Ready to make changes and tackle your life? David Jones says, sorry I'm not first. I had important stuff to do. Oh, well, I'm glad you got your important stuff done, David Jones. Linda says last night there was bad storms there. Well, it was cold and kind of gray, but it did not rain here. But I hear that there's storms, winter storms, snowstorms coming up for some of you. Yeah, I didn't watch the Golden Globes. I don't have a TV, so I didn't watch. But so I don't even know who won. The only thing I saw was the opening monologue for Ricky Gervais, who some people find him offensive. I happen to love him. I love him. He's not afraid to call out some of those. He's not afraid to make fun of people in Hollywood. And I really like that because sometimes, people can take themselves a little seriously. And he's not afraid to call him out and make fun of him. Tisa said he saw 3 rainbows yesterday. Wow. Yeah, I like Ricky Gervais a lot. He's very funny. He's been in a lot of shows. But I saw his opening monologue online, and it was funny. He was making fun of the Golden Globes. He was making fun of other actors. Yes, David Jones says the original Office was much better than the U.S. version. It's Ricky Gervais. I think he's hysterical. I love him. He's very funny. He's cute. I have a mega crush on him. Anyone who can, if you're funny, girls like you. There's a suggestion to anyone who's having romantic problems: get funny. Get funny right away. Oh yeah, there was that big huge Powerball that everyone was excited about that was happening on Saturday, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there were no winners. No one won the Powerball. So Tisa says it is now up to $1.4 billion. You could win all the money in the world. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. McDoggy says he bought me it. Linda says housing would kick her out. What do you mean? If you won? Linda, if you win in $1.4 billion, you won't have to worry about housing. You can buy a house. Linda says you can't have over $2,500 in the bank. Yeah, but that won't be a problem, Linda, because you can then go buy your own house. Or you could live in a hotel for the rest of your life and just order room service and maid service. Linda says she doesn't want to. She wants to live in her house. You could buy your own house, hire maids, hire a cook. Yeah. Well, you could travel around the world and just stay at different hotels wherever you wanted for like a month at a time. $1.4 billion is enough for you to live like royalty for the rest of your life and still have money left over. Wing Doggy said, yeah, there was a reporter who was doing like a live thing at some store, and she asked some guy, hey, what are you going to do if you win the giant $8 billion, $800 million Powerball? And he goes, buy a whole bunch of hookers and drugs. And she's like, oh, sorry, wrong answer. We're live on TV. She's like, oh my God. And she was like, yeah, you never know what people are going to see live on TV. When Doggy said if he won, he would buy the entire Miller County courthouse and jail and bulldoze it. Well, Wing Doggy, I understand the point you're trying to make, but I think you still want to actually have a courthouse and jail. You just want to have one where you feel like it's not corrupt. It's not the building, it's the people in it that you have a problem with. Maybe you could use your money to help promote honest politicians. I mean, Dougie says he'll only bulldoze it while they're in it. Yeah. But then you still need the building. David Jones says he would retire to Canada. And Linda says, oh yes, David Bowie died of cancer yesterday, 69 years old. I didn't even know he had cancer. Apparently he's had it for the last 18 months and he's been fighting it. And his last album was just released like 2 days ago. And he knew he was dying. So this is pretty amazing. He knew he was dying. So the song is like the album is, and it was his birthday 2 days ago too, and he released the album. He timed it because he wanted it released right before he died. So he died 2 days after his 69th birthday, and the album was released, and the critics were already giving it 5 stars, and it was amazing. But the songs are all about the end of life and dying, and it's like a love letter to the world, some of the songs, and he's in it. And so while he was sick and fighting cancer, he was making this last album. Nobody knew, but I mean, he's very frail, and it's kind of amazing. I watched one of the videos, Lazarus, which was, and there's a whole bunch of them, but David Bowie's been an amazing performer for a very long time. And he's got a ton of songs that you probably know and love. So, and he was married to Iman, the famous supermodel. He's been married to her for like the last 20-some years. And just quietly and brave, didn't tell anyone that he was dying. Just quietly and bravely finished his last album, released it, and then died. I'm just like, wow. He made his last album for the fans before he died. But David Bowie played had a lot of different characters and personas that he created, and reinvented himself many times. He had, you know, like more like disco character, kind of crazy hair characters, kind of like how some other singers have done over the years. He's also acted in several movies, and he's a creative force for a very long time. Very unique and individual. Very artistic and classy. So, and you can tell just by the way he didn't even make a big deal about his cancer. He just focused on finishing his last album. You can tell his devotion to his art and to his fans and to creativity. That gives you a big clue about what his personality was like, or what his character was like. So. I saw a bunch of them were on Vimeo, Wing Doggy. All the songs from his newest album. I don't know if you're able to look for that. Tisa said he sang with Bing Crosby. Yeah, so he is pretty cool. So, thank you, David Bowie. Thank you, and best wishes in the next chapter of your spirit. Linda says he was in the Elephant Man musical until just a little while ago.
Yeah, so he's done a lot of things over the last. I mean, he was almost 70. He's been a performer since he was like 20. So, like, really for the last almost 50 years. So he's done a lot. So, and I think it came as a shock to a lot of people because they didn't know he had cancer for the last 18 months. But he died. His family knew he was dying, and he died 2 days. He died yesterday, surrounded by his family. Cancer sucks. So, yes. But I'm sure he's doing. Oh wow, Wing Doggy, that's awesome. So yes, so rest in peace, David Bowie, and thank you for everything. I hope everyone. How's everybody doing? Did everybody else have a good weekend? You know, life is short. Our lives are very short in the scope of the world and history and eternity. The lives we have, you know, if you don't have some sort of accident or disease, humans, you know, basically live till 70, 80, 90 years old. Maybe if you're lucky 100. That's a very short time. When you think about history and the world, it's a very, very short time. The last part, you're too old to do a lot of things. Some people, if you're lucky enough to get old, the beginning part, you're too little to do stuff. You have a very small time in the middle that's your actual, that's the real living part of your life. It's very short. So hold on to the people that you care about and the times and the moments, and they're short and they're precious, and nothing lasts forever. So you have to really appreciate and be grateful for the short time we have on this earth together. Jesus says that's why we have to love and say I love you while people are still here. Yes, because you don't know. You never know. Somebody's going to walk out the door. There, you know, anything can happen. Planes fall out of the sky, buildings collapse, cars crash. People have sudden, unexpected, you know, strokes or heart attacks. All kinds of crazy things, unexpected things happen. So there's no guarantee. So thank you, Linda. Linda says she's glad the time she's known me, and I appreciate all of you, and I'm glad for all the time that you've shared with me. And if you, I put a bunch of pictures on Facebook. You saw the picture, the gold jacket and the tight dress and the sexy shoes from the gift suite, and then the cute and the pictures, the outside pictures that I took over the weekend that Sweetie took. The cute, that's the plaid shirt I got at the gift suite, and the pretty jewelry, earrings and necklace and bracelets they gave me, and the cool sunglasses. Though they're so sparkly, it's hard to get a good picture of the jewelry because it's so sparkly. It just ends up with like all like, you know, it strobes out kind of. It's really pretty. I want to get a clearer picture of it. I put it on Facebook, Linda. Thank you. When Doggy says, okay, here goes. I love you, L'Oreal. Thank you, Wing Doggy. Oh, David Jones says he blames blonde actresses for all of his problems. Oh, David Jones, you had problems way before you ever met any blonde actresses. And Wing Doggy says, I blame one horny redhead for all of his problems. Wing Doggy, I'll say the same thing to you. You had problems way before you met any redheads. But yeah, so that is motivation for all of you to enjoy and cherish your lives now while you have it. David Jones says that jewelry would probably make good fishing lures. Yeah, probably. I have, well, Linda, if you look on the Facebook, you'll see the blue plaid shirt, the sunglasses, and the earrings, necklace, and bracelets are all the things I got from the gift suite. I have more stuff too, but oh wait, you saw it, Linda. Because you made a comment. You could see the reflection in the sunglasses. It was very gray out too over the weekend. Tisa says if he wins the giant mega lottery, he will give me $5 million just as a shoe allowance. All right, you heard it here, everybody. I'm holding you to that, Tesis. You better go buy a ticket. Tesis says if he wins the giant Powerball, he's going to give me $5 million out of his $1 billion he wins so that I can buy shoes. And, well, with that $5 million, he says, I will probably have to buy a house to properly store my shoes. But I could buy a house for a few $1 million and then still buy a whole bunch of shoes. This isn't really a house, it's just a shoe storage unit. Jesus, I think that's an excellent plan. You better buy a couple tickets, I think, in that case. Because I'm really counting on you winning. And you're all witness to this. Wing Doggy says if he wins, he wants it all in $20 bills. Well, Wing Doggy, I don't think they give you cash for all of that because that would be like a semi-truck full of cash. I think they transfer it to a bank account and you have a choice. It's too much money to have in cash. It would fill up your entire house. Yes, they put it to a bank account, and you have a choice, I believe, whether you take money up front, which you get less money. If you want it all up front, I think you get like 2/3 of it or something, or if you want the whole $1.8 billion, you have a choice of getting part of it all up front or a certain amount each year, and then over a course of like 20 years. So I think, yeah, so it depends on, if you take it all up front, you get less, but you get it all up front. The reason you get it all, you get less if you take it up front is because if they don't make any interest on it. if you take it in like payments, that whole 20 years while they're giving you payments of like, you know, $500,000, $1 million a year or something, they're making interest on the rest of it. Yeah, so like if you win, like say you won $5 million, they give you a choice of like, okay, if you want it up front, you get $3 million. If you want it in payments over 20 years, we pay you $500,000 a year, something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it works out. Or $250,000 a year, something like that. David Jones says $3 million might not be enough. I know it'd be, well, it's true. It'd be really tough. It'd be really tough to survive on that. Optimally, what you want to do is put it in the bank and just live on the interest and invest some of it and build it bigger. Sturgis guy says after he wins his $1 billion, he is moving to Mars. As if Sturgis, South Dakota wasn't already the middle of nowhere, Sturgis guy. You want to move to Mars? Then you'll be in the middle of nowhere in the solar system, not just in the country. Linda says she wants to pay off her credit cards. Well, Linda, you would be able to do that and anything else you want to do in the world. David Jones says he wants to. David Jones says he would take all of his money and start producing movies starring me. Excellent plan, David Jones. Well, I'm going to hope that you or Thesis win, because you both have excellent plans of what to do with your money. Buy 2 tickets, both of you. So, oh, right, it's already 5:47. All right, so I am just about to sign off, but I will be back. Well, the thing is, when the bigger the prize is, $1.8 billion, the smaller and smaller and smaller your odds are, Linda. Because the higher the money, that means the more people have bought a ticket. So like it's $1.4 billion, but like 1 billion people bought a ticket. So your odd is like 1 in 1 billion. Now if only 1 million people bought a ticket, your odds are 1 in 1 million. But more, so the more money that's been spent, the bigger the prize, the smaller your odds. So, and or the bigger the possibility that someone else might also have won, and you'd have to share. It's mine, 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 get away, mine, mine, oh mine, mine, mine. All right, so I am just about to sign off. I want to thank you guys for coming to see me because you're awesome. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Sky and Thesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Ian G. Thomason and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and The Cram and Marcel and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and N1QOV and Cosmic Joe and Terry Sue. thank you for checking in. And Wing Doggy, let me make sure I got everyone. And N1QOV and Linda and Wing Doggy. And all right, I think I got everybody. Bye. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Buy lottery tickets for me. Bye. Bye. I love you. Bye.